YMC, Young Man's Conversation. All is well, can end well if you wanted to. You know the slogan, man. You know the slogan. Yeah, I'm getting into a new phase in my life. New phase, man. Caught the Jeep Patriot, all black. I'm getting to that Batman mode, that mode of I'm going into my cave. It's only business. It's nothing personal. I got some business to take care of. I'm in debt with myself. I owe myself a lot. And I gotta pay myself off. I gotta pay myself off. I owe myself. And I owe myself the world. And the only way for me to do that is going into the dark. So I can really understand what the light is. So I can really understand who the man that I see is. So I can understand the power of this sea, man. It's real, man. Because if you don't understand the power that you got, if you don't understand what you're doing, you don't understand why you're doing it, you don't understand who you're doing it for, or where you even got the understanding of doing it, then you're just lost. And you're just doing random things. And by the time you hit that number, before your deathbed, you're like, fuck, man. I didn't know what I was doing the whole time. All I was being someone that I wasn't. I wasn't being me. It could be from being scared. You owe yourself confidence and courage, gumption. If you've been blind your whole life, you owe yourself to be able to see what's going on. You owe yourself that. If you never understood what was going on around you, or what people was telling you, then you owe yourself the skill set to be able to listen, to analyze what's going on, to give assessments, so that you'll be on the right track with the information that you've been given, making sure that it's correct for you, or if it's a fact that you need a part of your life or not. If you've been out of shape your whole fucking life, and you're tired, and you're tired of being out of shape. Now, not your family or friends. I'm talking about if you're tired of being out of shape, you owe yourself a good body, or a better conditioned body. You owe yourself that. You got to pay yourself that. You got to pay yourself. You owe yourself. If you feel like you're just weak, and because you've been busting big loads of nuts and all these women, and you ain't been keeping your power inside of you, then you owe yourself some form, of restriction, or some type of retention. As we all know, semen retention. You owe yourself that, to be able to build back up, to get that glow back, that focus back, that creativity back. That's that God particle right there. That's what creates. That's what creates right there. And now that I'm getting into this phase, because I kind of got lost for a minute. That's why I haven't been posting no videos. My emotions was over here. My hunger for digging deep into my soul, was put on hold. I definitely understand the life of being a single man and being a man in a relationship. Men going their own way. I understand all the pills, the free agent lifestyle, the no fat, the SR. I understand the Dom gang division. These things are here for us to understand what's going on right now in this time. You have to find what works best for you. And even when you know what's best, sometimes you got to go through it again and again and again to know that, you know what? Let me do what's best now. Because what I thought was best ain't working. So you got to sometimes hop off the bike and walk alone to see what you feel like is right. Because sometimes what you feel is wrong. Like the way you perceive it, like the feeling is right, but what the nonsense that you was given is causing you to express this, to understand this. It's like you get it's like a miscommunication, misinformation. There's a certain feeling of wanting to feel great. Like you want to be a man and you want to be loved. But sometimes we get love confused with wanting to be respected. So you got to really go on your own to find out which one it really is. Because sometimes you don't understand, you can't see the difference between the two. That's based off experience. Based off, mentorship or just miseducation. But I know I owe myself to become me. I owe myself me. And I got to get to me. And I'm not doing nothing else but walking towards me. And I've been letting everybody get in my way. And I ain't letting nobody get in my way no more. And if you have been wondering why haven't you got to who you are, because you're letting everybody else get in your way, man. I was watching this video. It was talking about the Avengers Endgame. And it was saying about how Thor's mom was telling him everybody fails at trying to be who they are. Or who they think. Everybody fails at trying to be who they're supposed to be. It's like, how do you know who you're supposed to be? You've never been there yet. You're supposed to be who you are right now. And that's enough. You're not your failures. Your failures are a part of you, but that doesn't determine who you are. YMC, Young Man's Conversation. You try to be, who you're supposed to be, and at the end of the day, that might not be who you're supposed to be. That's just you thinking you're supposed to be that. But you are who you are right now in this motherfucking moment, man. That's why it's important to practice semen retention. So you can lock into yourself. It's not about just, retaining your semen. It's about getting to yourself. Understanding yourself. You're getting away from these other relationships. You're spending time with these other people, wasting time with these other people. And you're getting back to yourself. You're giving back to yourself. And then you start noticing different things that's taking place. And you're like, what is this? Now you're discovering yourself. You're knowing thyself. But if you ain't paying yourself back, then you're putting yourself in debt. And you're keeping yourself from being able to own who you are. The only way to own who you are is by putting in that work. Paying attention to the books. Paying attention to what works and what doesn't work. And walking your steps. How you're supposed to walk your steps. All this information out here is for you. But not all of it is for you to use. And after you get it, you got to transcribe it into your own. Transcribe it into your likeness, into your way of being able to apply it to your everyday life or activities. You got to put in that work. Ain't no other way around it. YMC, Young Man's Conversation. Time to pay yourself back. How much are you in debt? How much have you wasted pushing yourself further away from your truth, from your life? How much? How many things have you been doing that's caused damage to your mind, your brain, your body, from being able to grow the way it needs to grow? Let's go, man. Young Man's Conversation. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I need you back. Pay yourself back. It's the payback. It's the big payback. Let's get it.